Alright guys, I'm back and this is my WWE Stone Cold Steve Austin, that's the bottom line DVD review, and this is a good DVD, the Stone Cold. Very good DVD. This was made in 2011, a really good WWE documentary. To show you guys on the back there, there's Stone Cold, a couple of his, there's his segment with Vince McMahon right there. And there he is there in the Attitude Era, a very famous picture, very famous picture that was when the cops was arrested Steve Austin when he stunned Vince there. So yeah, a very good DVD, and I just want to show you guys in the DVD. So here we go. If you guys can see that, there's one. There's the second DVD. There. Third and fourth DVD. So yeah, this is a 4-set DVD. Real good DVD. Yeah, it's a real good DVD. This. So on the first DVD, you get the interviews from you get the interviews. Second DVD are just matches. Same. The third DVD is on this DVD. I think this is his wrestle. This is the second DVD. This is the one with his match with HBK. This DVD, I haven't watched the third one yet because I think that one just has his matches on Raw, and that match. Well, and then on the fourth DVD, let's see, so that one there, that says WrestleMania matches on it too. So yeah. Overall, a good DVD. So the DVD starts with Stone Cold talking about him growing up in Texas and him watching wrestling and stuff like that. And he said one day he was watching this wrestling company. I don't know if it was WCW. It might have been. I don't know. So anyway. So yeah, he's watching his wrestling company, and then he says that this guy, I forgot what the guy's name, he went to his wrestling school and he wanted to train in Texas. Then we get to this part where Steve Austin's talking about one of the Jarretts signed him to a contract in WCW. Well, in Tennessee, so he could wrestle in Tennessee. Then Zeb Coulter said, then we see an interview that Zeb Coulter said that, talks about where he got the Stone Cold name from. He says, well, your name's Steve, so why do we not call you Stunning Steve Austin? What the hell? Stunning Steve Austin? That's thank God that they changed it to Stone Cold Steve Austin, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, in my opinion. It's just definitely a Hall of Famer. He has earned that Hall of Fame ring in WWE. He's a legend, one of my top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time, and imagine Stunning Steve Austin. Do you think that would have made it in WWE? Do you think he would have become a 6-time world champion as the name Stunning Steve Austin? So, anyways, the club said that his name in Tennessee was going to be Stunning Steve Austin. So he was Stunning Steve Austin for a bit, and he was a heel. Then we talk about then Steve talks about his running WCW, how Bischoff fired him. Then Heyman talks about how it was great to work with Stone Cold, and then Mankind said that Mankind does put over Mick Foley puts over Steve Austin, saying that it was a bona fide main eventer. Jericho says that Jericho talks about then we have Jericho. He's talking about the Austin 316 era. And then we have Vince talking about how he's talking about the Austin 316 era, and he talks about Steve Austin talks about the Stunner. He talks about him getting signed with WWE. Then they talk a bit about the Rock and Austin feud. They kind of talk about that document. They kind of talk about that feud near to the end of the DVD, but they talk about it when it first began, like at WrestleMania when they first feuded at WrestleMania 15. Then HBK talks about about the match at WrestleMania 14. Then we go, and then WrestleMania 17. They talk about when Stone Cold turned heel. Stone Cold said that there was one point of an interview where Stone Cold said that he didn't like how they didn't promote the Brock Lesnar vs Stone Cold King of the Ring match they had on Raw. He said that Vince told JR to tell Stone Cold that Vince wanted Stone Cold to put over Brock Lesnar on Raw, but he said that he wanted some more hype into the match before Stone Cold wanted to do it. So then he walked away from Raw for a couple months. Then that's one part of the DVD. And then they go for his heel turn. They didn't really talk that much about his heel turn, because in his heel turn he did turn on the on Team WWF in the invasion. In the invasion angle, he did turn on WWF and went with the Alliance. So they didn't really talk about that much. Didn't talk about his heel turn that much. They missed out talking about they didn't talk about the Alliance. How he was part of the Alliance. He was the leader of the Alliance. They didn't really talk about. Well, they kind of missed that bit out. They didn't talk about they didn't really talk about his time in. Well, they didn't talk about a bit of his time in ECW. He did have a big. He weren't in ECW that long. I didn't even know Stone Cold was in ECW in the Attitude Era. Not in the Attitude Era, but in the 90s. I didn't even know he was, in ECW. So I didn't know that. But yeah, overall it's a good DVD. CM Punk talks about the Austin 316 era, and then Christian talks about this. There's one bit where Christian talks about the beginning of the what chants when Stone Cold was doing it. What, all those what chants. So yeah, he talks about that. Then there's one bit of this DVD as well, an interview for Stone Cold, where he says that he was pissed off that he didn't face Hogan at WrestleMania 18, and he said that he wanted Stone Cold versus Hulk Hogan. He said Steve Austin said he wanted to face Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 18. What's it? 17, 18 instead of Scott Hall. I would have loved seeing Stone Cold versus Hulk Hogan. I thought that would have been a great match. But yeah, overall, I think was a good DVD. Overall, I think this was a real good DVD. I thought this was a real good documentary. I think this is probably one of my favorite documentaries from WWE. I really like these WWE documentaries. I like any wrestling documentaries. I've got about 3 of these WWE documentaries. I got the Rise and Fall of CW. That is a great documentary. That is. I have the Stone Cold. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. DVD. That is a great documentary as well. And also the the CM Punk Best in the World DVD. That's a great documentary too. So they're probably the 3 best WWE documentaries. So yeah, if you kind of like these wrestling documentaries, please buy this on DVD. It's so great, and it's just great, and it tells you the highlights of Stone Cold's career, the great match he had with The Rock and Jericho and Mankind and HBK and Taker and all that good stuff. So if you're a big fan of Stone Cold, it's a must-have for you guys. Please get this DVD. It's a great WWE documentary. So yeah, I think this was probably one of my favorite WWE documentary DVD things so far. So what do you guys think about this DVD? Leave it. So that was my review of Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's the bottom line. What do you guys think about this DVD? Leave a comment in the comment section below, guys. And thanks for watching, guys. Brag out.